Welcome back, everybody. Today we are here in G3. Well, technically I'm in H3, I think, at the moment. Yeah, H3. But the base itself is in G3. As you can tell from the map, we are just south of one of my favorite starting locations. This is just south of where I typically build my starter location. And this place could theoretically work as a starter location, but how I have it built, not so much. Because it uses a lot of elevators. I wouldn't recommend it as a starter location. I think the accessibility of it is just too limited for starting locations. Going back and forth with resources is going to be a pain. You can do this entirely with stairs. I just chose to do it with elevators instead. So today's building material is Turanian. Turanian? Yeah, you mean what I know. So I put my transport stone right here. Now I'm going to use this to highlight probably my biggest complaint about the Turanian. You notice you don't see the wood planks of the elevator? That's because the Turanian ceilings / floors like this are so much thicker than the regular ones that anything you place down that's a thin layer just disappears. You put down a carpet, you can't see it. It blends into the floor. It just won't do it. And with the new building method, you can't raise or lower it, or if you can, I haven't figured out how. Alright, so we'll get back to that door here in a minute. But this is your greeting hall, your entry hall. Eventually this will be like a refined area for people to sit and relax. And of course you gotta have the views. People who have watched my videos, people who know me, know that half the builds I do, I need to extend that. Half the builds I do because I like the view of the area. Yeah, you come to the south side here, and the view is okay. It's mostly desert. You got some ruins back there. But you come up here and the view gets much more interesting. And of course I have one of these on the other side as well. So you come in here, and to the immediate right, you've got storage and leftover kitchen stuff that I couldn't fit in. Theoretically, I could put it up there. I just never got around to it. And this little path here, for RP role-playing purposes, would be like a servant's path. So they could walk through the area without having to interrupt the distinguished guests in the fine dining hall, which I haven't finished setting up yet. I need to put more stuff out. If the oh god, wherever the banquet or feast DLC is, if it wasn't so expensive, I'd get that. But it just ain't worth it in my opinion. So then you come in here. In this area, I don't know, I'll probably put like my sorcery stuff here. Maybe some of the woodworking crafting stuff as well. And this door just leads into the kitchen. I was going to put this up here for storage. More elevators down. So then here, got some room for some furnaces, some crafting benches, steel working. This is kind of a, I don't know, guest area, I guess. And of course you've got to have your views, your balconies. That island right there, that beach right there, you can go across it to that little area right there. Those for a long time were my starting areas. There's iron over here, not a lot of it, but there's enough to get you started. Yeah. So this could theoretically be used as a starting area. I just wouldn't advise it. Again, you got your... I was planning this to be like a garden area. You can grow plants or maybe put some seeding up here. And of course you've got your view. And of course the dancer out here to get rid of your corruption that you get from using the teleporters. Stuff like this is why I like to build up here. Downside is that it's not particularly practical, especially not for a starter base. And for those of you who have watched my previous videos, you know that I usually have put the performer on the bed in a prone position. Can't do it here. You cannot place, you cannot set thralls into a guard position here. Probably because straight down there. We'll just go into fly mode. Pop into first person. Can't build in this area. Too close to Arcos, the Wanderer. But yeah, they're my Turanian build. It's a nice area. It's got a nice view. It's just not particularly practical. I would not advise it unless you're looking for a challenge or a just like the view. This is not a place I would ever recommend building. But you know, it does have its pros. But I do think the pros are outweighed by the cons unless you're far enough into the game where those cons just don't matter to you anymore. Alright, thank you. That's it for this video. As always, any comments, any suggestions that you have are welcome. Drop them in the comments, and have a nice day.